Working in real estate is my favorite thing to do. I love being a realtor. I love everything I do, working with clients, buying and selling homes, investment properties, building a team, stuff like that. But it's not for everyone. Some people get into this game and then fall flat on their face, which really sucks. It's a waste of time, money, effort, all these things just to fall flat on your face. So today, we're going to look at the 6 biggest reasons that real estate might not be the right career for you. What's up guys, Lewi Gault here as always, back with another video. We drop videos every week on the real estate market here in Denver and different videos in this industry. Today we are focusing a little bit more on real estate agents and particularly what it takes to do this job and maybe what things you haven't thought about if you're considering getting into this industry. But before we jump into the video, do me a favor, make sure to subscribe, hit the notification bell and do all the stuff. It makes a world of difference to me. It helps us keep the channel going and putting out content every week. Now, like I was saying in the intro, a lot of people do get into this and then fall flat on their face because they can't keep it going. There's some misconceptions about what this job actually looks like, and it's tough to keep it going day by day by day and make it work. So these are the 6 big reasons that real estate might not be for you. Okay, number 1 is $1 million listing is not real. So if you watch this show, and I love this show, I watch it with my wife all the time. We actually sadly watch it every night. I work in real estate all day and then I watch real estate reality TV at night time. I don't know what's wrong with me, but anyway, I do love it. It's a great show. So if you've seen $1 million listing New York or $1 million listing LA, it's not real. I mean, don't get me wrong, the deals that they do are totally real. Like you can look through, all of their sales and stuff like that. They are real deals and real clients for sure, but it's very staged and some scenarios are set up by the reality TV world. You know how that all works. None of reality TV is actually what happens. So if you think it's about, driving fancy cars, pulling up to the listing, shaking someone's hand, getting into an altercation and getting the deal done anyway, it's very much not like that. It's a little more boring actually, if I'm being honest with you. There's not quite as much craziness that goes on. So just know that on day one, once you get your license and start with a brokerage, it's not going to look like that. Now, to give them all their dues, Ryan Serhant, Frederick, Josh Flagg, Josh Allman, all those guys, they are killers and they absolutely kill it, which is why they do so successful in the show. But they are like the elite, the top 1% of all brokers, in the world. So it's a hard reality to base off that show what your job is actually going to look like. Anyway, I digress. But just know, reality TV shows about real estate are typically not the way that it goes down. All right, number 2 is actually quite a big one, and it's all about benefits. There are none. What benefits? So if you're talking about, healthcare is obviously a huge one. That is not provided as a realtor. Most brokerages don't provide that. Our brokerage does. We have a discounted health plan, but most brokerages will not, give you health insurance or anything like that. Because the thing is, you are a lone wolf out there. Even if you're part of a team inside a brokerage, you work for yourself. So you start a company by yourself and you always work for yourself. So you're not actually employed by the brokerage. That's just where you hang your license. You have your company that you work with by yourself, and that's how it's all set up. So it's not on them to provide healthcare, quite frankly, it's on you. So just know that medical insurance, paid leave, sick leave, vacations and stuff like that is pretty much non-existent. So just think about that. If you are coming from an industry where that is all provided for you and you benefit from those things, you might want to think about what this is going to look like. The next one is that you probably won't use your education. Sorry if that's a big thing for you. I know it is with a lot of people that you spend so much money, time and effort on getting an education, and perhaps the education you got isn't putting you in the job that you want to be in. In real estate, I paid $400 to do my real estate license, passed it, and now I make more money than I've ever made in my life, to be quite frank with you, not put myself on a pedestal, but that's the cold hard facts of it. So, if you have a stigma or a real attachment to your education or your schooling or whatever it is, you're going to have to check that and leave it at the door when you walk into this, because there's people who didn't go through high school, didn't go to college, who are killing it in this industry because they have the street smarts, they can talk to people, they have a great personality. So unfortunately, if that is you, education doesn't matter. Now, education in real estate of course matters, but anything previous, degrees, bachelor degrees, doctorates in different things, a lot of the time it just doesn't matter. So if that's something that you're like really stuck to, you have all your degrees on the wall and you're like, this is who I am, it might be a tough one for you. Okay, next one. Flexibility, the flexible hours. That's why everyone gets into this industry, because we can set our own schedule and do whatever we want. To an extent, yeah, to an extent. If you want to make money, if you want to do this job properly and service your clients, a lot of the time your flexibility is going to end up becoming completely stuck into working all the time. And I talked about this in a couple of videos ago, but we work all the time. Top producing agents especially work all the time. It can be a real hassle and it can cause rifts in your relationships and different stuff like that. So you need to be aware that the flexibility that you always look for is really tough to find. Now, obviously we have that in the brokerage I belong to in my team, because we have multiple streams of income. So it's not just deals that we do, we have different streams of income, which does make that flexibility a lot easier. But traditional brokerages that you go to, where you have one stream of income, which is commission, you have to chase that all the time. You're always chasing that commission and there is no time to do anything else at all. So just think about that. Your flexibility that you think you're going to get into only comes if you are A, absolutely killing it and super smart with your money, or B, come to a brokerage like ours, which has multiple streams of revenue. And that brings us to the next point, which is hard to title, but it's living with your back against the wall, or living in fear, or living up against the ropes, right? Because we are commission based, 100% commission. If you take away the other incomes that we have over here, you're just looking at commission, then it can be scary if you're 100% commission. So the only income you get is from what you chase. So you have to be able to do that. And some months you might not have anything coming up. You might not have any active clients that you're showing around, and you might not have any active closings that you've got coming up. Usually a close here in Denver takes 30 days. So a contract usually takes 30 days. Okay, I don't have anyone under contract, so it's at least 30 days until I get paid. And I don't have anyone I'm showing someone next week, so that puts another 7 days on. So you're looking sometimes at like 30, 45, 60 days until your next check. Now obviously, if you set yourself up, if you plan your business out, if you look at all the strategies that we use over here, you can plan that out to be a little more successful and keep the ball rolling on that. But the toughest thing is when you get a nice big commission check, sometimes say you close 3 deals in 1 month and you've made a significant amount of money, it's easy to rest on that for a little bit and be like, let's chill out, let's go on a trip, whatever it is. And then you come back and that money is dwindling away, but now you don't have anything else coming up, and that is terrifying. And in my first year that happened to us for sure, because I'd never made this kind of money before. So without having the knowledge of what to do with that money, we just spent it on everything. New car, let's do this, boom, boom, boom. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh no, none of that money is left. How are we going to do this? So then obviously I start structuring my business differently, but it can really play with your mind. If you don't see any light at the end of the tunnel coming up, that's when most people quit. So like I said previously, multiple streams of income are huge, and it's a great way to subset just a commission based income. And the last one is the work ethic. You have to have a huge work ethic to compete in this industry, and it's just a fact. And I hate it as much as you do, but you see realtors on Instagram like the hustle never ends, or can't stop, won't stop, all that stuff, which is whatever. It's kind of annoying, but it is what it is. But it is actually true in a lot of certain aspects. You have to work at this job, or you have to work at this career, otherwise it's going to fall flat in its face. Now, if you just want to do 1-2 deals a year with your friends or whatever, then cool, that's awesome. If you have something already that's bringing in income to your family, great. But if you're trying to make this your career 24/7, you have to work hard at it. Truly work hard at it to achieve the results, because there's a ton of other realtors out there that if you drop the ball, they'll be picking it right up and taking that client, getting that deal done, selling the house, whatever it is. So you really have to be on top of your game. Put systems in place, put processes, make sure you have all your marketing down, your ads, campaigns, all the stuff that you have to do. You have to make sure that you build all of that out. And of course, I will say this once again, with our team, our brokerage, we do all that for you. We build out your systems and processes, your website, your CRM, all the stuff that you need. We will help you achieve that step by step by step by step. So if you're a brand new agent thinking about this and you haven't already pulled the trigger, reach out. Let's have a real conversation. I'll be able to tell you just from talking to you if this is for you or not for you. You might have already decided a couple points ago in this video that it wasn't. That's totally cool. But if you do still think it is, reach out. Let's chat. Let's chat about what the options look like. It doesn't matter where you are. I'm in Denver, obviously, but we can do this all over the country, all over the world, actually. So reach out. Let me know what you think about these points of view and about what this looks like for your life. If you're looking to leave one career and jump into real estate, or you're looking to do this as a side gig and maybe slowly transition into this full time, let's have a conversation, because it's not for everyone. It just isn't. I got super fortunate that I found the career I did that matches my personality, matches my work ethic, and I really just love what I do. But it's not for everyone. So reach out, let's talk about it. And that'll do it for this week. Next week, I'll be back with more stuff actually about real estate for buyers and sellers. I've been talking to agents more recently, so these things are kind of top of mind as I'm growing my team out here in Denver. So have a lovely week, everyone. I hope everyone is staying safe, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.